Hi, welcome to Seshu Solutions. Today I'm going to teach you about simplifying square roots with variables or simplifying radicals with variables. Okay. Before going to the concept, let me explain you how to simplify the square roots with the variables, or we'll call it as radicals. X square. That means we have x is 2 times x, right? We can write 1x or x to the power of 2 square root is 1 by 2. X to the power of 2 by 2 is x. What is square root of x to the power of 4? X to the power of 4 square root is nothing but 1 by 2. 4 over 2, which is x square. Because a to the power of m whole to the power of n is a to the power of mn. Okay. Now, it's okay if we have even numbers, right? What we will do if you have an odd number? X to the power of 3. 3 will not divisible by 2. We can write it as x to the power of 2 and x to the power of 1 because 2 plus 1 is also 3. Now, square root of x square is, we know, we got x. If we have two x's, we can bring 1x out, root x. What happens if we have square root of x to the power of 5? We can do square root of x to the power of 4 and x to the power of 1 or x. Again, x to the power of 4. 4 divided by 2 is x square and root x. If you have a variable a to the power of 11, we can do a to the power of 10 times a, or we can write a to the power of 10 times root a. We can separate it. And a to the root a to the power of 10 root is nothing but 1 by 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. A to the power of 5 root a. So if you have even number of powers just divided by 2, you will get the answer a to the power of 5 root a. Okay. Now we can go to our examples. The first example is I'm including a square roots with numbers as well as variables in this topic. 75 a to the power of 10. 75 is divisible by 5. 5 times 1 is 5, 15. And 5 times 3. We can write it as 5 times 5 times 3 times a to the power of 10. If we have two 5's inside the square root, we can write 1 5 out. And a to the power of 10 is a to the power of 10 divided by 2 is a to the power of 5. We are left with root 3. If you have any doubts why we write inside the square root 2 5's, when it comes to out it is only 1 5, please watch my previous video. I explained it to you in like clearly in that video. Okay. Second example, 9 square root of 18 x to the power of 6. 9. Do the prime factorization for 18, which is 9 times 2. Square root of 9 times 2 and x to the power of 6. What is square root of 9? 3. 9 times 3. And square root of x to the power of 6 is, we can just do 6 divided by 2, or if you forget, just 1 by 2. So x to the power of 6 by 2 is x to the power of 3. But we have left with root 2. 27 x to the power of 3 root 2. Okay. The third example, square root of 45 x to the power of 9 y to the power of 3. 45 is 45, right? 45 is nothing but 3 times 15. And 15 is 3 times 5. 3 times 3 times 5. X to the power of 9 we can write it as x to the power of 8 plus 1, x to the power of 1. Okay. Y to the power of 3 is equal to y to the power of 2 and y to the power of 1. Again, if we have two threes, we can write 1, 3. Or square root of 9 is 3. Okay. X to the power of 8. 8 divided by 2 is x to the power of 4. And inside the radical till now, we left with 5 and 1x. Y to the power of 2, square root of y to the y, 2 divided by 2 is 1, which is y to the power of 1, x to the power of 1 and y to the power of 1. But y to the power of 1 is just nothing but y, okay? The final answer, we can write it as 3x to the power of 4, 5x and y. Okay? Coming to the fourth example. Yeah. Coming to the fourth example, 75 a to the power of 7. 75 is nothing but 5 times 15. Okay? 5 times 15 is 75. And again, 5 times 3. We can write it as 5 times 5 times 3, and a to the power of 7, we can write it as a to the power of 6 and a. If you have two 5's in common, you will write 1 5. If it is a to the power of 6, a to the power of 3, and the leftover is 3a. Okay. Square root of a to the power of 6 is a to the power of 6 whole to the power of 1 by 2. 6 divided by 2 is a to the power of 3, because we have the formula a to the power of mn is 8, 8, a to the power of m times n. Okay. Now, the last example. 4 square root of 20 m to the power of 5. 20, we can write it as 2 times 10, 2 times 5. 4, 2 times 2 times 5, m to the power of 5, we can write m to the power of 4 and m to the power of 1. When we have two 2's, we can bring 1 2. We left with 5. Square root of m to the power of 4 is nothing but m to the power of 4 divided by 2, or we can write m square, because 4 divided by 2 is m, and 5m. 4 times 2 is 8m square, square root of 5m. I hope I gave you a clear idea about simplifying radicals with the variables or simplifying square roots with the variables. Thank you so much. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe.